Hi and welcome back. Today I'm sharing another spread in my handmade art journal. The making of the journal is linked up in the top right corner info box, so you can check that out. I have primed my pages with gesso, and here I start adding some more texture to the background using the grungy swirl stamps together with a permanent ink. I believe it is an orange archival ink. That's what I love about the journal. You can lay it completely flat, and so it's super easy to work in. The page I'm creating today is super easy. It's perfect for beginners. You don't need a lot of supplies. Any kind of water-soluble medium will work perfectly. I'm using the Stabilo Woodys, but the Neocolor crayons or the distress crayons or the Gelatos or any other crayon will work in the same way as long as it's water soluble. For my layout today, I want to have kind of a circle frame which will have the main image inside, and I start by just scribbling the orange woody in a circular shape on my page, and I'm blending in the color with a wet brush. While it's still wet, I go in with more of the crayon. That's what I really like about these mediums. When you use them on a wet surface, they release a lot of more pigment. I'm using only colors today that are mixing. That means they don't create mud when I mix them together. If you use different colors, I mean complementary colors or a mixture of cool and warm colors, you always have to be a little bit careful not to mix those too much. Otherwise you can create a lot of mud on your page. Then it's always better to dry each layer in between. I'm drying the spread with my heat tool, and then I go in with my gesso again to bring back more of the white and also to add more texture. And when you add more layers to a spread, you also create more dimension. When you work with the gesso, you have to be a little bit careful not to reactivate the crayon too much, because then you can mix up the whole background and destroy your original layout, so you always have to be a little bit careful, but that the crayons mix in with the gesso is also a really nice effect. I let this dry completely and then I come in with some stamps, and again I'm using the Carved Whimsy Wood stamp set. I believe I already said it that I love this stamp set for autumn. It's so pretty and gorgeous, and I decided I will stamp 2 main images maybe. So I'm stamping that mushroom and I will stamp a fox for my circle. I'm using Archival Ink to stamp all the images, and I just use black ink because I want to have that high contrast between the black and the white and the pretty intense colors. I usually get a lot of questions regarding mounting the rubber stamps, and in the past I always used the easy mount, and you can use the easy mount together with an acrylic block as long as it is clean. Mine is already very old and dirty and it doesn't stick to any acrylic block anymore, but I'm also not able to remove it from the rubber, so I have to use it as I do it here, or I stick it with glue to my acrylic blocks. Now I don't use the easy mount. I only use it when I have a big background stamp or when I have border stamps, just to stabilize the whole image. And for normal image stamps I don't use anything, and when I want to use them I just adhere them to the acrylic block with a glue stick. Some people told me you can use lip balm to adhere it to the acrylic block, but I think there is much oil inside, and then I maybe get my stuff dirty, my project, so I go with the glue stick, and you can easily remove the glue stick with a wet baby wipe when you're done with your project. And also our stamps have a pretty sticky back, and when you wipe it clean with a wet wipe and also your acrylic block, they normally stick without any glue to it. I'm now using the black woody and scribble it to my glass plate and just create some black splatters all over my page. My main image should be that fox. It's also a carved stamp. It comes with the carved fox and owl stamp set, and I stamp it to tissue paper, and the reason for that is I want to have a really perfect and crisp image, and it's really difficult to stamp into an art journal, and I want to make sure that it's a really perfect image, so I stamped it to tissue paper and then I adhered it with gel medium. It also would have been very difficult to stamp that because I am almost over the crease of the page, and that's always a bit tricky. As always, I have linked up my blog post to the video description. There you can check out some close-up images. I want to make the mushroom also pop a little bit more, and therefore I'm just using the red woody. I scribble it to the glass plate and then use it just with a brush. To finish my page up, I'm adding a sentiment, and here I have the word discover. It's embossed to a black cardstock in white, and it's from my journal word stamp set, and I just cut it out and adhered it to my page. And this is my page for today. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope we will see us next time. Have a wonderful Sunday. Bye.